All right, everyone, welcome back. We are diving into something pretty exciting today.
Yeah.
Thailand's real estate market.
Ooh, very interesting.
It is. It is. We're going to be taking a close look at some insights from JLL Thailand.
Yeah, they're a major player.
Yeah, they are a big player in this market. They're a leading real estate services firm. A lot of people are talking about Thailand right now in terms of just growth.
Oh, yeah.
And I think you're going to find it surprising how many of the trends that we see shaping like our digital lives, like every day, are actually unfolding over there in Thailand's real estate market.
It's really interesting. I mean, even just to start, JLL Thailand is projecting something like 30% growth in this sector in 2024.
Wow, 30%.
30%. And they're even saying that it's going to continue into 2025 with double-digit increases. So it's not just a one-year thing. This is like a continuing trend. And there's a lot of things feeding into this, right? There's economic recovery, obviously, that's happening all over the world post-pandemic.
Right.
But there's also really strategic government initiatives. And then foreign investment is playing a huge role here.
Okay. Let's break this down a little bit.
Yeah, let's.
I mean, foreign investment. So JLL highlighted this China Plus One policy.
Yes.
Can you tell us a little bit about what types of industries we're talking about here?
Yeah.
Like what the draw is for them to kind of pick up and maybe set up shop in Thailand?
So think about a lot of the things you use every day, right? So electronics, textiles, automotive parts.
Okay.
Those industries are the ones that are looking to diversify their manufacturing, right? You know, they've been very reliant on China for a long time. But now they're saying, okay, we need to have a plus one. We need something else to diversify, to mitigate risk. And Thailand is in a really good position, right? I mean, strategically, it's located really well.
Yeah.
It has really good infrastructure. It has trade agreements in place. It has a skilled workforce. And they also have some really attractive incentives for foreign businesses.
Okay. But, with all of that, with that kind of influx of businesses, isn't Thailand also kind of facing some challenges, though? I mean, we've seen, like, with their infrastructure, there have been some limitations there or, a potential labor shortage.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a double-edged sword, right?
Right.
So they need to make sure that they're investing strategically in the infrastructure to support all this growth. So making sure that the operations can be smooth for all these new businesses coming in. And also thinking about workforce development, right? I mean, as the industrial sector is expanding so rapidly, they need to make sure they have the skilled labor to meet the demand.
Right. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Now, you did mention government initiatives earlier. I'm seeing here in JLL's report that they touched on the data center boom and Thailand's ambitions to be kind of a digital hub in the region.
Yeah.
Which is fascinating. I mean, just think about all of the stuff that we do, like in our everyday lives, like how much we stream, the amount of data that we store online. All of that data has to live somewhere.
Right. It needs a home.
It does. It needs a home.
Yeah. And Thailand's saying, we're going to be that home. Like, we're going to capitalize on that need.
Smart.
Because it is ever growing, this need for data storage and processing. And they're putting in place, the government initiatives like the cloud first policy.
I've heard of that, yeah.
So this is encouraging government agencies to adopt cloud computing, which further fuels demand. So then you've got all these major tech players that are like, okay,
let's go there.
We need to be there. They're setting up data centers. They're taking advantage of Thailand's strategic location. They have relatively lower energy costs.
Right.
I mean, there's a lot of positives.
So, speaking of big investments.
Yes.
We have to talk about this.
That hotel.
This record-breaking hotel sale.
Yeah.
I mean, this grabbed headlines.
Yeah, it was huge.
The Hyatt Regency Bangkok Sukhumvit going for, get this, 5.05 billion bed.
I know. That's unbelievable.
It's insane.
It's not just, about a luxury hotel changing hands.
Right.
It's really a powerful signal. It's like, hello, everybody. The Thai hospitality sector is back.
Yeah.
Like, it's hot. It's happening.
It's alive.
And there's strong interest from investors worldwide. And that speaks volumes about their confidence in Thailand's tourism rebound.
Yeah, because they were hit pretty hard during the pandemic, weren't they?
Yeah, but they're coming back strong.
Okay.
Yeah.
So amidst all of this growth, all of this activity, how is JLL Thailand navigating this landscape? I mean, they seem to be doing pretty well themselves, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, they're thriving. I mean, they've added 600,000 square meters of property under management just this year.
Wow.
Bringing their total to 7.5 million.
That's a lot.
It's huge. And the
Yeah.
interesting thing is 80% of that is office space.
80%.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So, I mean, that's a lot of office space. And especially, I mean, you think about it, today's world, a lot of remote work,
Yeah,
a
yeah.
lot of flexible work. How does that fit in?
That's where it gets really interesting.
Okay.
Because we always think about like the remote work emptying out offices, right?
Hmm.
But in Thailand, it's actually driving demand for a different kind of office space.
Okay.
So companies, they are downsizing their traditional offices, but they still need spaces, right? They need
Mhm.
collaborative spaces. They
Yeah.
need these flexible workstations, meeting rooms for their hybrid teams.
Right. It's not going away.
It's not going away. It's just changing.
It's changing. Yeah. So all of this growth, it's exciting, but I think it's also super important to consider like the long-term impact of this.
Absolutely.
And that's where we see sustainability becoming a really big focus in Thailand's real estate sector.
Yeah, it's not just about building more, it's about building better.
Exactly, exactly. And it looks like JLL is taking kind of a proactive approach here.
Yeah.
They're integrating sustainability into their services. So, I mean, what does that look like?
So they're working with developers to make sure that they're incorporating energy-efficient designs.
Hmm.
They're sourcing sustainable materials. And they're even helping them to optimize building operations
Okay.
so that they can minimize the environmental impact.
Hmm. Hmm. And, you know, they're not just shying away from technology either.
No, no.
What can you tell us about this JLL GPT 2.0 tool that they're rolling out?
Oh, this is cool. So imagine an AI assistant for the commercial real estate world.
Oh, wow.
That's essentially what this is.
Okay.
It can analyze these massive data sets to identify market trends, to assess risks,
Wow.
and it gives you insights that help investors and developers make smarter decisions.
That's amazing.
It's really cool. It's like having a crystal ball, almost.
Yeah, kind of.
And, this technology, I think, has the potential to really revolutionize how we approach real estate, especially in a rapidly evolving market like Thailand.
Yeah, makes sense. So we've covered a lot of ground here. As we wrap up this deep dive, we've seen that Thailand's real estate market is booming, driven by factors like that China Plus One strategy, the rise of the data center, and this really resurgent hospitality sector. But as we end, I want to leave you with a question to consider. As Thailand positions itself as a global leader in manufacturing, in technology, in tourism, how will it balance this rapid growth with the needs of its people and the environment? Something to think about. Thanks for joining us today.
Thanks, everybody.
See you.
Bye.